sit on, like a block or a pillow, and find a comfortable seat with a nice straight spine and relaxed shoulders. And you can close your eyes if you would like, or you can just soften your gaze at the floor and begin to just arrive. So if your day was as much of a hot mess as mine, I invite you to just let it go for a little while. Pick it back up after we're finished if you want, or just not. So we begin to notice breath moving into the body through the nose and out of the body also through the nose. So we're just following the breath in and following the breath out. As we follow the breath, notice your posture. So checking in, seeing that the crown of the head really reaches up, ever so slightly tucking your chin. So lengthening through the back of the neck. The shoulders are relaxed. The belly is soft. And you can release any tension or strain in the muscles of the face. So relaxing the forehead, relaxing the cheekbones, and releasing the jaw. Noticing which parts of the physical body move with the breath. So perhaps it's the chest, perhaps it's the belly, maybe it's, you notice the shoulders rising and falling. We'll take one more full, deep breath in here. And deep breath out. And you can open your eyes if you'd like, or keep them closed. Corinne, will you take his noisy collar off?
Yes.
Thank you. Dog. So you can bring your palms to your quads and start to take gentle circles with the neck. So inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Always warming up the same way, because I think it's a gift to have something concrete that's always the same. And for some of us, there's not much of that in life right now. So to have kind of an expected route through class, I think can be really grounding. So inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Allow your jaw to relax. Maybe your mouth is open. Keep those shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. Next time your chin comes to your chest, you can switch the direction. So inhale, opposite side, exhale around and forward. Again, seeing if the shoulders are creeping up toward the ears, see if you can relax them down. Really nice. Let's take two more full circles on this side, moving with the breath. And then when the chin comes to the chest, you can lift the head. Starting to take shoulder rolls. So inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, they fall. Inhale, shoulders rise up toward the ears. Exhale, they fall back down and away. Really nice. You can close your eyes if you'd like, or soften your gaze in front of you, and just move with the breath. Notice where you are holding tension in the shoulders. For some of us, it's in different spots. Yeah. So some of us will feel this, in our upper back, maybe in our spine, and others will feel it around the collarbones or in the muscle. So just noticing where in your body this really is present. So next time your shoulders come all the way to the base of the circle, you can switch the direction. So inhale, shoulders rise, exhale, squeeze them forward, down, and away. Notice how the sensation might change. Yeah, we'll take 2 more of these on this side. Yeah. And then we'll squeeze our shoulders up towards the ears and exhale, drop them down. Really nice. Inhale deeply, exhale, drop the shoulders away. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. And so from here you can take your, so bring your elbows at a 90-degree angle, and we'll stack the right elbow over the left. And then you can either press the backs of your hands together, or you can come into a full bind with the hands, so pressing hands forward, exactly. So we're in eagle arm posture. So from here, please lift your elbows away from the ground, and then press your hands away from your face. Yeah, I see I see some smiling, Kayla. I got you. So as you inhale, imagine lifting your elbows away from the floor. As you exhale, press the hands away from the face. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here, opening up through the upper back between the shoulder blades. Really nice. Deep, full breath in. Deep, full breath out. Deep, full breath in. Exhale, ever so gently unwind. We'll grab palms behind and stretch back. So maybe you tip your chin up if that feels good, stretching through the front of the shoulders, and then you can come back to center. And we'll take this on the other side. So let's see, this time it would be find your 90 degrees, and then the left elbow stacks over the right. And then either pressing the backs of the palms together or coming into a full bind, whatever is available. And then as you're ready, you can imagine lifting your elbows away from the ground and pressing your hands away from your face. Feeling a stretch between the shoulder blades. This side might be tighter or it might be looser. So breathe deeply. See where you can soften here. See if you can relax the muscles of the face. Yeah, really nice. Deep, full breath in. Deep, full breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, gently, slowly start to untwist. You can clasp the hands together behind you. Take a nice stretch. Heart shines forward. And then back to center. Really nice. On your next inhale, we'll reach the arms up overhead. So inhaling, arms come up to rise, palms meet overhead, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms come through to heart center. Really nice. So just opening up through the arms and the shoulders. Inhale, arms rise, palms meet overhead, gaze lifts. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Really nice. We'll do 3 more of these with your own breath. So inhaling, arms rise. Exhaling, arms fall. And then 2 more at your own pace. Really nice. Deep, full breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. We'll move on to our hands and knees. So coming into a table, we're going to take a little bit of a different kind of flow here than we normally would, but it feels good, and it will incorporate cat-cow with some other movements. So starting here, we'll inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin, and lift the hips. So coming into cow, we'll exhale into cat. Really nice. And then from here, you can drop your hips back toward your heels. So coming into child's pose. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep, full breath out. And then you can start to walk your hands back toward your knees. So sitting on your heels. Yeah, exactly. And then we'll inhale to reach the arms up overhead. So gaze lifts, palms are facing each other. Exhale, hands come down. Really nice. Between breaths, we'll walk the hands out to table. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the hips. Exhale, curve through the upper back. Inhale, back into cow. And then exhale into child's. Really nice. One deep, full breath in here. Full breath out. And then on the inhale, come up to rise, arms reach overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, flip the palms, hands come down. Really nice. Between breaths, we walk the hands out. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the hips. Exhale, into cat. Inhale, drop the belly, again into cow. Heart shines forward. Exhale, back into Balasana and child's pose. Deep, full breath in. Deep, full breath out. Inhale, come back. Seated, arms rise overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to side. Really nice. Between breaths, find your table. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the hips. Exhale, curve through the upper back. Inhale, back to cow. Heart shines forward, hips lift, heart shines. Exhale, back into child's. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. And then inhale back to seated, arms rise overhead. One more time, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, flip the palms, hands come down. Really nice. Between breaths, find your table. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into child's. Beautiful. Deep, full breath in here. Fill the belly with air, taking up the space between the legs. Exhale, allow that space to return. Inhale, sitting back onto the heels, arms rise, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart center. Pausing there in Anjali Mudra or prayer pose, take a deep, full breath in. And a deep, full breath out. Really nice. And then you can come actually back onto table and we'll take our hip circles because they just feel so darn good. So coming just into a table, just drop the hips to the side, inhaling, come forward, exhaling, come back. So taking as quick or as slow, as big or as small circles as feel right in your body is just fine. And sometimes we feel this stretch in all sorts of different places, so it really can be intense on the hips, but it can also be quite a stretch for the back. And so just notice where your sensation is most strong, is most catching your awareness. It's interesting to just pay attention to those things. So moving with breath, let's take one more full circle. And then when you come all the way forward, almost like you're in upward facing dog, you can switch the direction. So inhaling opposite side, exhaling forward. Really nice. Perhaps you close your eyes, or maybe you just soften your gaze. And we'll take two more full circles. And when you're ready, we'll meet in table. Beautiful. From here, we'll tuck our toes under and sit back onto the heels. So taking toes pose, stretching the bottoms of the feet. Relax the shoulders, have a nice tall straight spine. Maybe you take the shoulders up, back, and down. One full deep breath in and exhale. And then coming forward onto tented fingertips, we'll push ourselves back into a forward fold, Uttanasana. So perhaps this is your first forward fold of the day, or maybe you just have tight hamstrings like a lot of people, including myself. So invitation to take a wider stance and maybe bend your knees. Maybe you bend into one knee and then the other, or maybe you bend really deeply into both knees. That is fine. You may choose to sway your torso from one side to the other. Maybe you shake your head no and yes. Yeah, maybe you grab opposite elbows and take ragdoll and really sway the torso. And wherever you are, breathe deeply. So really nice full breaths here, in and out. Maybe you even take an audible exhale. So we're stretching and opening up the hamstrings. And we're stretching and opening up the low back. Especially if you bend your knees, you can increase the stretch in the low back. Really nice. And then you can find stillness. Dropping the hands to the floor, heel toeing the feet back under the hips. And then ever so gently bending into the knees, we'll roll all the way up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Yeah. Really nice. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. Take a deep, full breath in, and exhale, release. Really nice. And then we'll move to the front of the mat for Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutations. Let me just move this a little bit back and see if that helps. There we go. Yeah, so from the front of your mat, plant the toes, plant the feet. Ever so slightly, you can tuck the hips under. Palms are by your side, facing forward. Really nice, strong fingers. Relax the shoulders, crown of the head reaches up. Take a full, deep breath in. Deep, full breath out. Really nice. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, flip the palms. Dive forward, Uttanasana, full forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, hands come to shins, flat back. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Great. Exhale, release. Bending the knees, planting the hands, feet will walk back. Yeah, for a high plank or Chatwari. So here, notice that the wrists are lined up with the front edge of your mat. We'll take a deep, full breath in and a deep, full breath out. Inhale deeply. And exhaling, you can drop the knees, untuck the toes, and lower yourself all the way down. Another option, depending on how strong and badass you're feeling, is to shift your weight forward, hugging elbows in toward each other, and lower yourself down in one long line. It's completely up to you, and you can always go back and forth. So from here, on the next inhale, you can peel the chest up off the mat. Bhujangasana or Cobra. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Heart shines forward. Exhale, release. Really nice. We'll do 2 more of those. So inhale, peeling the chest up off the mat. Exhale, release. And then last time, inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, release. Really nice. And then from here, you can plant your hands firmly, pressing into the hands, coming up over the knees, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips, pressing heart back, downward facing dog. Yeah, and this is also always time in class where you can choose child's pose or puppy or something else that might feel better in your body. Invitation to choose stillness or to choose more of a dynamic expression of down dog by bending into one knee and then the other, or shifting the hips from side to side. Really nice. You can experiment with bending the knees and pressing the heart back toward them And then extending the legs back, and see if you can increase the stretch if you're looking for more sensation in the backs of the legs. Really nice. Let's take one more deep, full breath in here. And on the exhale, bend into the knees, and you can walk or float your feet forward. Yeah, full forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling, hands come to shins, flat back. Exhale, release. Really nice. Inhale, gently, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Arms rise overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, hands to heart. Anjali Mudra. Take a deep, full breath in here. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale deeply. Exhale, palms by your side facing forward. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. Really nice. Deep, full breath in. Deep breath out, grounding through the feet. On your next in-breath, arms rise up overhead. Palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, flip the palms, dive forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Bending knees, planting hands, feet, walk back, Chatwari or high plank. Take a full deep breath in here. And a full deep breath out. Inhale deeply. And exhale, whatever is best for you. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Really nice. We'll inhale to peel the chest up off the mat. Heart shines forward. Elbows squeeze in toward each other. Exhale, release. Really nice cobras. One more of these. So inhale again. Heart shines forward. Shoulders relax. Exhale, release. Inhale, pressing into the hands, coming up over the knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale, back, downward dog. Beautiful. And again, choose stillness or choose movement, completely up to you. And if you choose movement and you're bending into one knee and then the other, perhaps you see what it feels like to link those movements with the breath. So maybe you bend with the inhale and bend the other knee with the exhale. Really nice. We'll take one more full breath in here. And on the exhale, bend deeply into the knees and walk or float your feet up between the hands. Full forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Arms rise up overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to meet the hips. Beautiful. Closing eyes or softening gaze, whichever is best for you. Tap into what's moving in the body. So perhaps you feel certain parts of the body rise and fall with the breath. You might feel blood moving. You might feel sensation in the hands or the wrists. Perhaps it's the foot meeting the ground. Just notice what you feel. Really nice. And then on your next in-breath, we'll lift those arms again. Palms meet overhead. Gaze lifts. Exhale, flip the palms, dive forward. Uttanasana. Old trusty Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Planting the hands, bending the knees, feet walk back. Chatwari. Taking a full, deep, beautiful breath here. And then exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lower yourself down. all the way, beautiful, all the way to the ground. Yep, untuck the toes, inhale, Bhujangasana, heart shines forward, elbows squeeze toward each other, shoulders relax. Exhale, release. Really nice. Inhale, press into the hands, coming up over knees, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Yep, really nice. So here, let's all try this this thing that I walked you through a little earlier as an invitation. So bend deeply into your knees. So almost bringing your knees toward the ground. And then press your heart back toward those knees. So the hips will rise. And then start to extend the legs back and notice the stretch here. So that's a way to deepen your stretch of downward facing dog. And it's okay if your hips stay really, your heels stay really high in the air. And it's also okay if your knees stay bent. Totally fine. One more full deep breath here. And exhale fully. And then bending into both. Knees will walk or float the feet up between the hands. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale gently and slowly roll all the way up to stand. Arms rise overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale deeply, fill the belly with air. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply. Exhale, palms by your side facing forward, closing eyes or softening gaze. Notice breath moving through the body. Notice where your body is in space, feeling the feet on the ground. Really nice. And then we'll move into our balance from here. So you can come to the back of your mat, and we're going to take a standing figure 4 to open the hips. So let's see. There we go. This should work. So from the back of your mat, you can take a step forward with the right foot. So spread the toes as we always do, completely shift the weight onto that right foot. From here, you can bring this left knee up and start to kind of hug it toward the chest. Yeah, and if you want to kind of, invite it over to the right, maybe open up through the hip, just kind of finding your balance, seeing your range of motion in that left hip. Yeah. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring this left ankle over onto the right quad. Yep, exactly. And then from here, we're going to just, start to sink our hips back. So kind of sitting like you're sitting in a chair that's not actually there. To protect this left knee, you can bring the toes in the direction of your left kneecap. So really pulling the toes back, kind of sticking your heel out. That's good for the knee. Exactly. So, okay, let's see here. Yeah, we're flopping all over the place. That's fine. If you want more sensation, you can always gently press your left hand on the left leg and see what happens. If you want a balanced challenge, you can try bringing your hands to heart center. Really nice. If you want to bring a little bit of dynamic movement into this, you can kind of bounce a little bit on that right leg and also create some severe quad work on the right side. Really nice. And just take a couple more breaths here. These are really, really beautiful. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more full breath in. And then exhale gently, slowly, with control. Make your way out. Really nice. And then shake out both of those legs. Oh my gosh. So hard. Those are really good though. They were wobbly at first, but they got a lot more still. All right. And then we'll maybe take the ankles in a couple circles and then switch sides. And you might have to help me remember which side. So I believe the left, is that right? Can I get a thumbs up? Oh yeah, okay. Great. So step forward with the left foot, spread the toes, shift the weight. Bring that right knee toward the chest. Yep. Open the inner hip, stretching the outer hip, just warming up. See what our range of motion is. Maybe take an ankle circle or two. Really finding our balance, and then when you're ready, you can stack the ankle above the quad and start to sink down into your invisible chair. Really nice. Either staying here, grabbing on for dear life to your leg, or you can bring the palms to heart if you feel like it. So remembering to peel those toes up toward the kneecap. So dorsiflexion for that foot. Yeah, heel is kind of sticking out, and you feel a stretch in the back in that right hip. Yeah, really nice. So breathing deeply. This is clearly our collective good side. Breathing really deeply. Notice if you want to bring a little bit of movement or more active stretch here, or if you want to be still. We'll take 2 more full deep breaths here. These are awesome. Deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out, and then gently, slowly make your way out. So awesome. Shake out both of those legs, ankles. Whew. This is not easy. Those are really good. That was great, especially that second. Awesome. Yeah, that second side was amazing. So, okay, please, you can stand just in the middle of your mat and find a way of standing with your legs about hip width distance. Yeah. From here, we're going to just kind of sink ourselves down. So we're sitting. Let me change the angle. There we go. Yeah, so some of us will be comfortable down here and some of us won't. So just if that means to get yourself kind of all the way sitting down, you need to just heel toe your feet out, that's fine. Yeah. And so eventually we're all going to heel toe our feet out, so the toes will eventually be sticking out, then heels can come in toward each other. Yes. And then you can bring your palms, exactly. So this, Kayla, is a great low back stretch and also stretches the inner hips. You can probably feel that. And see if you can find a nice deep breath here. If you want to, you can experiment with kind of shifting your weight from side to side. You'll feel that more in your inner leg and your inner hip and your groin than you will in your low back, but it is getting a nice stretch there. See if you can keep the shoulders relaxed and see if you can keep your heart shining forward. Yeah, Madison's like so done with this. Yeah, a couple more deep breaths. In and out. Really nice. And then you can bring your hands down and start to stretch yourself up. Heel toe your feet back. So we're in a forward fold. Really nice. And you can actually start to heel toe your feet out. So we're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Yeah, and if you want to switch sides so you're on the long edge of your mat, that's fine. It's totally up to you. So yeah, so coming into a wide-legged forward fold, allow the head and neck to hang heavy. Take a couple full breaths, and we're going to just start to walk the hands toward the right side, maybe even bending into that right knee. So you can Yep, you can bend into that right knee if you'd like, or you can just stretch, bending into that will really stretch the left leg more. Keeping the right leg straight will stretch that right hamstring more. So either one is fine. And then you can switch sides. So walking the fingers over toward the left side. Yeah, really nice. Stretching the left hamstring, maybe bending into the knees, stretching that right inner leg. Beautiful. And you can move back and forth. You can find stillness. It's completely up to you. We'll just take a couple of moments to move or be still, however is best for us. Yeah. Really nice. If you're moving with the breath. If you're in a static posture, you're just breathing deeply right where you are. Yeah. And then we'll all find stillness. Inhale, halfway lift. If you can keep your hands on the ground, you can do that. If not, that's okay too. Yeah, beautiful. Exhale, release. And then start to heel toe your feet back together, hip width distance. Uttanasana, just a traditional forward fold. Really nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, gently, slowly, all the way up to stand. Arms rise overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. And then exhale, palms to heart center. Really nice. Deep, full breath in. Deep, full breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, palms by your side, facing forward. Really nice. Again, closing eyes or softening gaze. Just take a couple of breaths here. Ground your feet. Find a nice, beautiful, strong posture. Yeah. And then see where you can soften. See what tension you can release while maintaining the integrity of the posture. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Yeah, really nice. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. From here, please bend your knees, plant your hands, and then we're going to walk directly back to a downward facing dog. Yeah. Find stillness or choose movement, completely up to you. And notice, perhaps you notice a difference between this downward dog and our first downward dog. It starts to feel, for some people, like more of a resting posture and less of a working form the more that we do it. So on your next in-breath, inhale the right leg to rise, three-legged dog. And then on the exhale, bend that right knee and start to bring the right knee outside the right hand. Yes. So we're coming like this. Yeah. Yep, exactly. And if you, so actually we'll drop that back knee, untuck the back toes. Yep, just like that. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, again, just take a little bit even wider of a stance is fine. If you want to come onto your fists to protect the wrists, that's good. Or if you want to get a block under your hands or a pillow or something, that's fine too. And so we're just breathing here. This is called lizard, and it's another hip stretch. And you can either choose to stay here, or if you want to really open through that right hip, you can experiment with, you can't see my foot, let me back up. You can experiment with peeling the foot off the ground and dropping that right knee out. Kayla's looking at me like, what are you doing? Yeah. So it's a little intense, but it's a good one. So breathe into it. We'll just be here for a couple of breaths. Releasing any tension, any judgment with the exhale. Really nice. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then you can come back onto your hands. Bring that knee back in. Really nice. You can bring your hands to frame the front foot. So bring that heel toe, that right foot back to center. And then from here, we'll tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. And then press ourselves back to forward fold, Uttanasana. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart shines forward and down. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Palms lift and meet overhead. Exhale, palms to heart. Anjali Mudra. Deep, full breath in here. Deep, full breath out. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Really nice. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Last sun salutation. Exhale, flip the palms, dive forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, really nice. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling to release. Bending the knees here, planting the hands. We'll walk back with that right foot. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so, exactly. So here we walk that left foot outside the left hand. Yep. When you're ready, you can drop the back knee, untuck the back toe. Exactly. And if you would like, oh, that's a bad side. If you would like, you can peel the left foot off the mat, sinking that hip open. Beautiful. If you have the flexibility or the availability, you may choose to come down onto forearms. Or you may choose to prop yourself up with blocks under your hands. It's completely up to you. Wherever you are, breathe deeply. So we're opening the left hip here. We're also getting a really nice stretch in the right hip flexor. So it's a little bit awkward here in lizards since we are humans and not lizards, but see if you can just soften into whatever form is trying to make its way into your body here. Deep breath in. Exhaling, releasing and softening. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Really nice. Coming up back onto the hands. You can bring that foot back onto the mat. Hands come to frame the front foot. Yep. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee. And start to bend into the back knee and bring it up to meet the right. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release. And then from here, you can start to sit your sit bones down toward the ground. And then sit on the ground. Yeah. Getcha every time with that one. Yeah, I get a kick out of that one. Oh my goodness. So moving toward rest. We'll start to take our seated spinal twist. So extend the right leg out. Yeah. Maybe shift your hips so that your pelvis is at more of a tilt. You can lift this. You can either, you can always leave this left leg here, but if you have the availability in your hips, it's a nice stretch if you can lift it over that right knee. For some people, that's just not going to happen, so that's fine. Either choosing to hug that knee in toward the chest with the right arm, or you can make a 90-degree angle and kind of kickstand it like that. Either are fine. Left hand will come behind you, and then pressing into those left fingertips, we'll inhale ourselves nice and tall first, and then on the exhale, we'll start to twist from the very core all the way to the top of your head. So the gaze is over that left shoulder if that's available to your cervical spine. Inhale deeply, lengthen and grow tall. Exhale, sink into that twist. Beautiful. Inhale to lengthen, growing tall. Exhale to sink into that twist. Take one last deep breath in here. And on the exhale, gently and slowly untwist. Yeah, bringing both hands to the ground on the right side, counter stretch. Yeah. And then back to center. Maybe you take your shoulders up, back, and down. Roll out the wrists, switch sides. Maybe you take a couple ankle circles. So extending that left leg out this time. Shift the angle of the pelvis a little bit, and then choosing to either bring the heel in toward the groin, or you can cross over, hugging the knee or kickstanding the arm. So growing tall first, tall as you can. Find a really nice strong posture, and then on the exhale, start to twist from your very core, ending with the head. Gaze in the direction of the right shoulder. Really nice. Inhale deeply, become tall. Exhale fully, twisting more deeply. Inhale to become tall. Exhale. Inhale deeply, last breath. And then exhale, untwisting. Gently, 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 bringing both hands over toward the left side. Counter stretch. Yeah. And then back to center. Really nice. Kayla, you've got all sorts of people in your living room. And an animal. Oh my gosh. Hi. I'll just ignore, I'm just ignore that. So we'll move into, oh my gosh, that's such a sweet dog. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, we're going to move our way onto our backs if you don't have a little dog running around. If you do, that's okay too. It just might, run over you. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. So yes, move onto your back. We'll take our supine twist and then make our way into Shavasana. Managing the dogs and the cats and all the things. So extend your left leg long, hugging right knee in toward right chest. And then start to sink the right knee over toward the left side. Right arm extends out long if you have the space. If you don't, you can bend at the elbow or find some other way to make your body fit in whatever space you're in. Gaze can either be up at the ceiling or over that right shoulder. Really nice. I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or you can just soften your gaze and really relax the muscles of the face. Relax the jaw. Allow the belly to move with the breath. So no tension, no holding in the abdominals. One more deep breath in here. And exhale fully. And then roll back to center, hugging both knees in toward the chest. Maybe bringing your forehead up toward your knees. Extend the right leg out long as you can. And then drop that left knee over the right side. Extending left arm out in a T if you have space, or in the shape of a goalpost. Gazing either up at the ceiling or over that left shoulder. Closing eyes or softening gaze. Softening, releasing muscles of the face, so especially the jaw. Allow the jaw to release. Belly is soft, moving with the breath. Notice where you feel a stretch. Does that sensation change as you breathe? One last full, deep breath in here. And on the exhale, come back to center. Hug both knees in toward the chest. Really nice. Yeah, you can take a couple circles with the ankles in each direction. Noise is just fine. Musical ankles is just fine. And then we'll extend the legs long, reaching the arms overhead, taking a full body stretch. So point the toes, reach up, become as long and tall as you can. And then exhale, melt into the mat. And you can make your way here into Shavasana, so any version of lying down on the ground that is most nourishing for you. You might choose to put on socks or put something over your eyes. The hands can rest by your side, facing forward, facing up or facing down. They can rest on your body, however is best. And we'll just enter into a time of quiet and rest. So I invite you to close your eyes if you'd like. Allow the breath to return to its natural state. So no need to lengthen the breath or control the breath. Just follow the inhale and follow the exhale. And I'll let you know when to come back. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Bringing your awareness to little movements in the toes and the fingers, the ankles and the wrists, muscles of the face. If you'd like to take a full body stretch, reaching your arms up overhead, you may. Before rolling onto your side in the fetal position. Resting there for a couple of breaths. Taking just a brief moment to express gratitude, always expressing gratitude at the end of practice for the fact that we showed up for ourselves, for our body and our practice, and clearing the head and re-grounding, refreshing. It impacts and influences people beyond us, and so we express gratitude for the ways in which a practice can shine out and help us to be better people, to be less monsters. So breathe deeply that gratitude, and we say thanks to our bodies for all they allow us to do in the world. So one last deep, full breath in here. And deep, full breath out. And in your own time, in your own way, you can make your way to seated. Palms coming together in front of the heart. Tall, straight spine, beautiful posture. We'll take a deep breath in together and a nice deep sigh out. So inhale deeply. And exhale, release. Bringing thumb knuckles up over the nose between the eyes. Resting there for a moment. I will share the blessing I end every class. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Good work. Thank you for your effort and your practice, and it's a joy to be together.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome.